When New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman ordered the fantasy websites FanDuel and DraftKings to stop taking bets this week, he touched off a dilemma for the media because at issue here is whether it's betting at all.
In a harshly worded statement, New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman made it clear where he stands on fantasy sports.
DraftKings and rival FanDuel, leaders of a massive multi-billion-dollar scheme intended to evade the law and fleece sports fans across the country.
For a minute there, I thought he was talking about the New York State Lottery, but we digress.
The two largest daily fantasy sports websites are still taking bets in New York State this morning, defying a cease and desist letter.
Bets, though, sure makes it sound like gambling, not a game of skill. For her part, former Massachusetts Attorney General Martha Coakley is hedging her bets.
This action by the New York Attorney General, seemingly coming out of nowhere, is surprising. It is disappointing.
Then again, don't roll the dice on anything Martha Coakley says these days because she's on the payroll of DraftKings herself, something WCVB acknowledges.
DraftKings has hired former Attorney General and News Center 5 legal analyst Martha Coakley as an advisor.
My advice, don't use Martha Coakley on any more stories about DraftKings. Odds are, though, that won't happen.
That's crazy. I mean, they needed to acknowledge that she's on both the payrolls, but I don't think I would be getting her opinion on anything at this point about DraftKings. She's representing their point of view. She may be right, but she's representing their point of view. I mean, I'm getting a big kick out of this whole thing because clearly it's betting. Everything, it's all betting. So is the lottery. There's no skill in this, but, you know, it's fine. Let's just say that's what it is. Yeah. It's legal.
I am shocked to learn that there's gambling going on in this establishment. Round up the usual suspects. You know, I don't really care except that it's clearly gambling. It's clearly sports gambling. Sports gambling is illegal. So we have to, you know, the people who who have a stake in this have to claim that it isn't gambling because otherwise they'd be saying that what we're doing is illegal. We shouldn't be using the word
gambling or betting though if it hasn't been ruled illegal. I mean, it's a game of skill.
Well, you know what? It may not meet the legal definition of gambling, but it's gambling.
And there are different opinions. You have Governor Baker saying it's not gambling. You have Maura Healey saying it is. And you have New York saying it is. Nevada saying it is. What's interesting to me from a story, because I don't care about the sports part of it, is that you have the NBA and the NFL investing in both of these things, even though, as you just said, sports gambling is illegal. So somebody's got to rule on this. It's ridiculous.
You know, it is not purely gambling. It really is a hybrid, and that's really what makes this story so fascinating. This is an amazing story because it's just perfect intersection of business and politics, you know, where everyone's suddenly looking at this and going, what is this? And DraftKings has been around for a while, but it's a hybrid where it is very much a game of skill. Just like high stakes bridge for money is a game of skill. It takes you, in order to win, you have to know what you're doing. But at the end of the day, there's some gambling involved in it as well. And so they don't know what to do. And Schneiderman came out, guns a-blazing. Maybe not the right approach in trying to shut it down or say it's strictly legal. I think Maura Healey is trying to realizes that, to Dan's point, this is not sports gambling in a way, but it isn't sports gambling in a way. And there's also been this political thing around innovation here. Okay, we've got this innovative company, this startup, let's not squash it. But it's been an amazing story, it really is.
Well, this kind of cracks me up because every year, just about every year, going back over my 100-year career, I've gone on in the run-up to the NCAA, the start of March Madness, the basketball tournament, and interviewed the Massachusetts Attorney General, Scott Harshbarger, Tom Riley, and Martha Coakley. Said, what are you going to do about all this wagering that's going on in every office pool in America, including Massachusetts? They say, well, it is illegal, but go UMass, or whichever local team is in it, and everybody has a good laugh and goes away. So, it's gambling. It's a game of, you're trying to dope out and you're wagering money in hopes of winning more money. I don't like the idea of the word police coming in and telling the media what they should or shouldn't call it. We'll call it what we want. You call it what you want.
But we shouldn't be calling it the thing that the Attorney General of New York wants us to call it, which is betting. That's his language. And we should call it, it's like gaming, gambling. We should use our language. It's gambling, not gaming. we should be using our language.
They pay a fee, Emily. Don't you know? They pay a fee to play the game.
Yes.
It's not.
Oh, it's a
betting.
fee.
Right.